So, Terminator Genisys hits the cinema. What's about it? It's a good movie, or is the franchise really terminated by now? Terminator Genisys is the 5th movie in this franchise, and we all know the backstory of the movie. It's Judgment Day. That means Skynet attacks the world. So they know the humans are the threat and send the atom bombs against us, and all world is gone, and we know Judgment Day. And that's why John Connor sent Kyle Reese back to 1984 to save the mother, Sarah Connor, from the Terminator to kill her. And that's happened. But this time it's different because at the moment the Terminators land in year 1984, there's the other Terminator to stop the Terminator. So there's an older version of the Terminator to stop the young Terminator. So the old Schwarzenegger to stop the young Schwarzenegger. Very simple, huh? Whoa, confusing. I know. Kyle Reese, after the hits, after the Terminator fights, the two Terminators fights against us, they find Kyle Reese, Sarah Connor, and the Terminator finds Kyle Reese. But this time Sarah Connor is not this feared little woman waitress that we all know from the first part. No, she's already this warrior, this fearsome warrior that we knew in the second part, in Terminator 2. And Kyle Reese is so confused and said, what? I thought I am here to protect you, not otherwise. Well, they stopped the Terminator. There is a new timeline. Sarah Connor still lives. Now she's the fucking badass warrior, like Ripley. And the Terminator is dead. No Judgment Day. That because Judgment Day in the year 1997 don't happen, Skynet makes a new plan. So the Judgment Day starts in the year 2017. And the tricky part about it is Genisys is, if I really get it, it's an app. It's a mobile app. Now the mission of the three guys, of Sarah, Kyle and the Terminator, is to go back in time, or go back to the future in the year 2070 to stop this program Genisys to start again Judgment Day. So that's the plot of the movie. Very simple, very confusing. Now the whole timeline of the Terminator franchise is destroyed. Oh, we knew it. It's gone. It's the new timeline. It's the new era. It's the new Judgment Day. Oh, let's talk about the actors. We have now Sarah Connor, played by Emilia Clarke, or we know her as Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones. And Emilia Clarke makes a good job as Sarah Connor. She's now a younger part of Sarah Connor, not as the older and badasser version as we know Linda Hamilton was in Terminator 2, but she's still that tough but still confused or a little vulnerable character. And I think she did very good. She did very good. She was believable as this new character, Sarah Connor. She is, of course, more attractive and beautiful than Linda Hamilton, so the effect is... Okay, you cannot take it very seriously that this woman is the badass soldier that we all know. Linda Hamilton, because she was not so attractive, you can buy it. Of course, the Terminator, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold just nailed it again as the Terminator. I really love this guy. This actor is fantastic. Can we call it actor? Okay, this guy, this human, this Austrian giant monster is so so enjoyable to watch. I love Arnie. I will always support you, buddy. Because we know Arnold is old now, they find a perfect excuse for the movie. That means the human skin of the endoskeleton of the Terminator T-800 model can old, but not the robotic endoskeleton. Stays still same, the same strengthness and same quickness, the same power, but the human tissue outside, they're just old, and that's a perfect way to make it. The other parts, Kyle Reese, played by Jay Courtney, and we know most movie critics or movie fans hate Jay Courtney after him for destroying the Die Hard franchise. I don't think so. I really enjoyed Die Hard 5. And this time, Jay made a good job. I don't thought, get out of my way, it's a stink. No, he was believable as the role Reese. He was not perfect, okay, we have to admit it. They can find another actor, but he did it good. I liked him. Good. The other part that I really don't like was the actor they choose for John Connor, Jason Clarke. The guy was just, he looks like a lawyer. He's just like a lawyer for me. And this over badass rebellion resistance fighter, as we know John Connor, he was just awful. It was a bad decision to cast this guy. I think Terminator 2, the at the beginning of the scene you see John Connor with the binoculars and he's just looking, stares somewhere. This actor was most believable. He didn't say a word, and I believed him more to be John Connor than Jason Clarke in this movie. This guy was awful. You can act, you can cast anyone that made a better job with John Connor, but okay, that's a critic. That's the only complaint I have with this movie, the part of John Connor. But what I really liked, the most epic, awesome part in this movie was the first 45 minutes. The recreation of the Terminator 1. They recreate every scene the Terminator came to 1984, the Reese coming, the fights. I really love this. That was really the best part in the movie. The first 45 minutes are super spectacular. They're so enjoyable. And the rest of the movie, still there's enjoyment. There is no scene, no minute I watched at my watch and said, come on, make hurry. No. They have no lame scenes. There was no boredness. I was enjoyed all the 2 hours of the movie, and I really liked it. And I think most critics, why they hate this movie so much, they say, this is average or beyond average or total crap. It's because I think they are all expecting a new Terminator 2. You can't make another Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is nearly perfect. James Cameron makes a perfect movie. With the disappointments we have with Terminator 3 and Terminator Salvation. In Terminator Salvation, I must say Christian Bale was a most believable John Connor than Jason Clarke in this movie. So I enjoyed Terminator Salvation. I know what others says, but I really liked Terminator Salvation, and I like Terminator Genisys. And the biggest complaint about this movie, the biggest complaint after Jason Clarke, is not the movie itself, it's the marketing. Because, don't watch the trailer, please. Please make me a favor, don't watch the trailer, because they spoiled the plot. They spoiled the tricky plot this movie has. I mean, how can you do this? How can you do this in a trailer to explain that will happen? Imagine you see the Star Wars trailer at the last moment is, I am your father, this will ruin all the movie, all the franchise. And I saw an interview with the executive producer, and he has a superb explain. He explains, he says, in the Titanic movie trailer, they also show that the Titanic sink. Oh yeah, really great job, guy. In comparison, a historic event versus a movie, how stupid can you be? Of course the Titanic sink, because it's a historical event, and this is just a movie to enjoy people. The Terminator historical event never happens. Oh man, stupid. This is the biggest complaint. So make me a favor, don't watch the trailer, go straight to the movie. The movie's worth it to see. I don't know what others say, because they talking shit about the movies. He gets so bad rating. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. This movie is really good. It will enjoy. I love the Terminator franchise. I love Arnie. He makes a good job. This movie is way better than Terminator Salvation, way better than Terminator 3, not as good as Terminator 1 and 2. Of course, these movies are untouchables. So go watch the movie, it's worth it. And watch it on 2D, I saw it in 3D and, well, it was just a gimmick. There was no scene. The 3D was worth it, so it's a waste of money, the 3D. I was really disappointed. So, that's it. Have you seen Terminator Genisys? Write it in the comments. And my question is, what is better? Terminator Genisys or Terminator Salvation? Well, I know the two first are untouchables, but make this. And please stay at the credits, there is an extra scene. Okay, that's it for me. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.